Hello friends, today we'll discuss about the transpiration in plants. Initially we'll discuss about the brief process of the transpiration, then we'll go into the types of transpiration we have, then we will see the importance of transpiration in the plants and a small example depicting the transpiration process. First we'll see what is the transpiration and its effect on the plant. For example, this is a plant, this is stem structure and this is the roots. The roots are deep inside the soil and it has all the fibrous structure which consists of lot of hairy roots are there, and these are the leaf surface. These are the leaf surface. Now this forms the below the soil. This is below the soil, and this from the aerial part of the plant surface. Now explaining the transpiration process, we can say it is defined as a process by which plant loses water in the form of vapors from the aerial parts of the plant. In the aerial portion, the plant loses the water in the form of vapors. It evaporates. It's a process of evaporation. Now, all the tiny root hairs and root water absorption takes place, and with the help of the conducting tissues of vascular bundle, the water is translocated to the topmost part and the part where the photosynthesis takes place. And here the process of evaporation takes place in the presence of say if the sunlight is there, the process of evaporation takes place. That evaporation to atmosphere from the surface of the leaf, it can be called as transpiration. This is a transpiration. So the water moving up, and from there it is going to the atmosphere. That forms the transpiration process. Now this transpiration can be divided into three parts. Divided into one, what is cuticular transpiration, then it is lenticular transpiration, then third is somatal transpiration. Three types of transpirations are there. We will discuss each transpiration process in the plant individually. Suppose this cuticular transpiration. This is a transpiration which is taking place from the upper surface or lower surface of the leaf, which is the cuticle part. This from the cuticle part, and the transpiration which takes place from this part is called cuticular transpiration. This amounts for approximately 20% of water loss in the plant. The second transpiration is a lenticular transpiration. The lenticular transpiration takes place from the pores on the surface of the stem. It can be pores on the surface of the stem or the green part of the stem. That may be a green shoot may be there, and the transpiration which takes place from here is called from the lenticule. The transpiration takes from the lenticule. That's called lenticular transpiration. So this amounts for approximately 1 to 5% of the total transpiration loss in the plant. The third major transpiration is the somatal transpiration. The somatal transpiration takes place from the somatal pores. The pores which is called somatal pore, which is guarded by the guard cell, and this all the water which is moved into the leaf structure. It moves from the mesophyll cells to the intercellular spaces, and from there, from the guard cell opening and closing, it moves into the atmosphere. Now the closing and opening of the guard cell depends upon the turgidity and the water supply in the plant, and when the water supply is less, the guard cell closes and this evaporation loss is minimized. So this amounts for, you can say, 80 to 90% of the transpiration loss in the plant. So this forms the three types of transpiration in the plant. Now, why this transpiration is important for a plant? Now, if we say and discuss about the importance, first of all, the ascent of sap. It is the upward movement or the capillary movement of water from the lower portion from the through xylem to the upper part. The slow movement of capillary movement of water to the xylem to the topmost part. This movement is called ascent of solvent. So this pull is created, this osmosis process or pull is created by the transpiration process. So this is important for the movement of the water from low portion to upper portion. Then the second is the transpiration helps in removal of excess water in the plant. Most of the excess water in the plant is removed by the process of transpiration. The third is a cooling effect. Transpiration helps to regulate the temperature of the plant since evaporation reduces the temperature. Once the evaporation takes place, the temperature is reduced and it gives a cooling effect for the plant. Fourth and final most, and maybe more small importance are all there, but the major these are the importance which we come across. Absorption and distribution of salt. Various salt is absorbed, continuously absorbed by the roots, and this continuum of water from low portion to upper portion helps in distribution of the salt and minerals to the plants. So these are the four important uh, of the transpiration process. Now let me explain you with a small example how can we see in our daily life the transpiration process. Suppose we have a potted plant in our house. Say this is a potted plant in our house. Everybody has a flower pot at home, and this is a say potted plant. Now, if you could cover one side of this plant with a polythene sheet, we tie up one portion of the one branch of this plant with a polythene sheet, and other portion remains open. You can also keep a poly bag tight without doing anything. Now, in the presence and put it in the sunlight. If you put this whole structure in a sunlight, your sun rays coming, so after a while, after some time, you will see there is a lot of small moistures present in the sac which is covered with the leaves or the branch of leaves which is covered with the poly bag, and the other which is lying there which is dry, there is nothing happening, only there is no water moisture in that. So that means in presence of heat or sunlight, the gradual evaporation of the water takes place and the form of vapor, and it settles inside the polythene bag. This indicates a small example. This indicates the transpiration process in the plant and how the water is moved from the low portion to the upper portion. Excuse me. So this is a brief about the transpiration process in plant. The next section we will again discuss more about the plant structure, and till then, thank you very much. Thank you.